You know that feeling when you're listening to a song and without even thinking, your foot starts tapping along? That's rhythm. It's this powerful thing we all feel, something that moves us. But what is it really? Well, today, we're going to dive in and uncover that hidden pulse that connects, well, pretty much everything. So let me start by asking you a question. Just think about it for a second. That steady thump-thump in your chest and that one song you just can't get out of your head, what's the common thread? The answer? They both share a hidden pulse. It's this deep, fundamental beat, this pattern that gives life to both you and the music you love. And in this explainer, we're going to figure out how to hear it absolutely everywhere. To really understand rhythm, we've got to start small. We have to begin with the one beat we carry inside us every single second of our lives. We're starting with the beat inside you. And this quote just nails it, right? Rhythm isn't just some abstract musical concept. It's the language of time itself. And that's why a simple drum can feel so incredibly powerful. It's speaking directly to that primal heartbeat we all have. So, how exactly does this language of time work? Well, it's not just some mystical feeling. It actually has its own grammar, its own rules, and we can totally learn to decode it. Okay, so what is rhythm at its very core? It's simply the pattern of sound and silence. That's it. It's the way we organize sounds over time that gives music its energy and tells our bodies when to clap, when to dance, or when to just sit back and listen. And it breaks down into two super important parts. First, you've got the sound, the beat, the clap, the note you actually hear. But, and this is key, you also have the silence, the pause, that little bit of space between the beats. Without those pauses, there's no pattern. It would all just be one big, long noise. I absolutely love this metaphor. It captures so perfectly why rhythm is the backbone of everything. It's what gives music its shape, its emotion, its soul. Without it, music would just feel flat. All right, so we get what rhythm is. Now let's get into how it's actually organized. We're going to look at how to count the beats and get a feel for the basic structures that give music its pulse. We can pretty much break rhythms into two main flavors. You've got your simple rhythm. That's the easy, predictable pattern you can clap along to almost immediately, like in Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. And then you've got compound rhythm, which is a little more complex, a little more interesting. Think of that elegant 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 of a waltz. Now, these patterns are organized by something called a time signature. Basically, it's the recipe for the rhythm. So if you look here, a 2/4 time signature gives you 2 beats per measure. It feels like a march, 1, 2, 1, 2. Then you have 3/4 time, which is that waltz we were talking about, a graceful 1, 2, 3. And 4/4 time, that's called common time for a reason. It's that super familiar 1, 2, 3, 4 that drives most of the music we hear every day. But here's the really cool part. This is not just music theory. Once you start paying attention to these patterns, you have this aha moment where you realize rhythm is absolutely everywhere. Seriously, just stop and think about it for a second. You've got the steady beat of your own heart, the simple in and out pattern of your breathing, the 1, 2, 1, 2 of your feet hitting the pavement when you walk. Even nature is a symphony of rhythms. The sound of rain on the roof, the rush of the wind, it's all around us. So let's zoom out a little bit. Because just as rhythm defines our own personal lives, it's also at the very heart of cultures all over the globe. The world really does come alive through this incredible variety of different beats. For instance, take Afrobeat, which came out of Nigeria. It's this amazing, high-energy mix of complex drum patterns and interlocking rhythms that all weave together to create this dense, hypnotic groove that it makes you want to move. Or think about hip-hop. Hip-hop is like a rhythmic puzzle box. It's not just about the beat from the drum machine. The real magic is how the words, the rappers flow, weave in and out of that beat, locking in perfectly to create something totally new and captivating. And you can't talk about rhythm without talking about jazz. The secret weapon in jazz is something called syncopation. This is where musicians put the emphasis on the offbeats, the spaces between the main pulse, and it creates this incredible, spontaneous, and surprising feel that just keeps you on the edge of your seat. So, as we start to wrap this all up, let's bring it back to that idea of a hidden pulse. Because getting a feel for rhythm isn't just a music lesson. It actually teaches us some really valuable things about life. I mean, really think about it. Learning to follow a steady beat, that teaches discipline. Learning to wait for the right moment, to feel those pauses between the notes, that's all about patience. And when a whole band or a group of dancers syncs up perfectly, that is teamwork at its purest. Best of all, when we learn to appreciate all the different rhythms out there, we learn to appreciate all the amazing and different cultures in our world.
So, I'll leave you with this thought. That hidden pulse is all around you, and it's inside you. Now that you know how to listen for it, what new rhythms are you going to discover in your world today?